guys! Today I'm going to be sharing a video that is going to be called What I Thought on Stuff I Bought, which is basically an idea I stole from It's Kirsten, but it's going back and looking over what stuff you've hauled in the past and your thoughts on them after you've used the stuff or after you've had a while with the stuff. When I filmed this video, which I will link in the down bar, it was one of my first like 5 videos I think, and I am super awkward in it, so you can go back and check that out if you want to. But it was a spring haul that was some skincare stuff, a few, like one fashion thing, and then a few makeup things. The actual name of it was Spring Haul, Skincare, Makeup, and Randomness. I'm going to go through the stuff that I bought and my thoughts on it now that I've used it. A lot of stuff that you see in hauls, people talk about during the haul, and then if they loved it, you'll see it in favorites. Otherwise, you just never see it again and it fades into the background. So a fair amount of the stuff actually was stuff that was kind of just meh to me. It wasn't really great, it wasn't really terrible. But it's not stuff that I use all the time. So I'm just going to share my thoughts on the stuff that I bought with you guys. So the first thing that I mentioned is something that actually turned into one of my absolute favorites. This is the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express Mascara in Waterproof. I think this is like my 3rd tube of it, and I have a backup in my drawer as well. I love this mascara. It is great for keeping your lashes curled all day. It's very black and it's just an awesome mascara. So obviously not the same tube as that one, but I absolutely love this mascara and it became one of my holy grail items. So I'm glad that I listened to some of the people that were talking about it and picked it up. The next couple of things that I mentioned were Real Techniques brushes. So this one is the Real Techniques setting brush, which I absolutely love. I use this for underneath my eyes and setting that with powder, and I use this every single day. I love this brush. The other one I got was the Real Techniques blush brush, and this one I did not like nearly as much. This one I find just isn't shaped quite right for my face. I feel like it's too big and bulky, and I feel like the product doesn't go on exactly where I want it with this brush. So it is a little dirty right now because I used it to blend out my other blush brush. I like the multitasker one way better for blush than this one, but this one's okay. I use it if my other one's way dirty, but it's not my favorite. I don't reach for it all the time. Next up, I talked about a Sephora skincare set that I got for $45. In it, there was, I think, 9 different things. Some of the stuff I've already used up and talked about in my empties. I know there was like the Ole Henriksen an eye serum, I think, that I talked about. That was okay. It wasn't anything miraculous. The 4 products that I have that I know that I still have from it, I'm finally getting into these things now. So it's been almost a year and now I'm finally getting to use these things up, which isn't great. But I had this Dr. Jart Black Label Detox BB Balm. This one I've started using recently. I really like the Dr. Jart Beauty Balms. I think they're really great quality. They cover pretty well. And they have SPF in them, which is always great. So this one I'm probably close to using up. These little samples last a really long time, but these I would recommend. I'm probably not going to buy another one anytime soon because I have some other stuff to work through, but they are really great. There's also the Peter Thomas Roth Peeling Gel Exfoliant, which is okay. This is one of those products that I don't think I would ever purchase on its own, but since I have a sample, I'm using it up. It does make my skin a lot softer. It does take off dead skin and things like that, but it's not my favorite. I probably wouldn't pick something up like this on its own. I also have the Kate Somerville Exfoliate, which I actually really like this sample, and it's lasted a really long time. I've had samples in the packets before of this and those weren't very good, but this sample I really liked. The only problem with this is it's so expensive that I don't think I would ever go and purchase it because I'm not going to spend that money on an exfoliant. I think I can find another one for a lot cheaper that would do pretty much the same job. This one does work really well though, and it smells really good. And the last thing that I know that I have from that packet is this First Aid Beauty Skin Rescue Deep Cleanser with Red Clay. This I liked. I use it for traveling a lot. It is almost gone now, I think, but it's not my favorite. There's other face washes that I think work just as well that are, you know, probably a little bit cheaper than this, but this is okay. It's not anything that wows me that I would probably go purchase the full size. The next thing that I had was the Origins Ginseng Eye Cream, and this is the one that's supposed to have caffeine in it. That's supposed to depuff and brighten under your eyes. So it's got kind of a pinky shimmery tone to it. This is almost gone now, and this is something that it's an expensive eye cream, but I wasn't super impressed by it. I didn't think it was that great for the amount of money. I didn't notice it depuffing a whole lot. I didn't notice it really brightening all that much, and I usually put concealer and stuff on anyway. So this just wasn't something that I was as impressed by as everyone seemed to be. A lot of people raved about this on YouTube, and that's the main reason I got it, but I found that there's a Mario Badescu one that I like so much better than this one, so this one's just not impressive to me, and I'm kind of annoyed that I spent as much money as I did because I wasn't impressed by the results. I got a 100-point perk for the Josie Maran Argan Oil, which I did not love all that much. I found that I don't really like oils on my face all that much, and I also got a deluxe sample of the Tarte Maracuja oil, and for both of these I use them on my face when my face is super dry, but I don't love them. I feel like they tend to, if I put another product on with it, like I use a Proactive lotion at night with these, and it tends to ball up the product that I use it with whenever, no matter what order I put them on. And they just don't wow me. So for either of these, I'm not super impressed by them. I used this one up. This one just went into my empties. So I used it up, but it wasn't my favorite, and it's not something that I would ever go out of my way to repurchase, this or this. I went through a couple of samples. So I had the Bumble and Bumble Surf Wash shampoo and conditioner. I didn't love either of them. And then I have a couple of samples like the Fresh Soy Cleanser and the Dr. Brandt Do Not Age Transformation Pearl Serum, both of which I have actually not used yet, so I have them sitting in my samples to use up at some point. The next thing that I got is a powder. This is the Physicians Formula Super CC Plus powder. This, I just threw the brush out of. Okay, this is a decent powder. I've used it some. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's terrible. It's not one that I'd probably go back and repurchase just because I'm not absolutely in love with it, but it was okay. There are other powders that I've gotten since that I kind of like better. I got the Milani Color Statement Lipstick in Nude Cream, which I really, really like. This is one I haven't reached for in a while, but it's a beautiful color. I like the texture of it a lot. It smells a little gross, but it's always smelled like that, but I really like the color quite a bit. And then the other two lip products that I got are the Maybelline Color Elixir, and then I got one in Nude Illusion and one in Rose Redefined. Both of these I like pretty well. I feel like they can be kind of tacky on the lips sometimes, but other than that I like them. I like the color payoff, and I like the feeling and the wear time for the most part on these. I need to put them in my regular lip drawer because I haven't reached for them in a while, but I like these a lot. I know my sister really likes these as well. She picked up a couple of the darker colors and she's really enjoyed these as well. So if you're looking for dark colors, I know that they have really good ones as well. The last two things in my haul, the first thing was a pair of shoes from Target, and they're these kind of like crocheted shoes. These I really, really like. I was actually just looking at these in my closet and getting excited to wear these again as the weather gets warmer. We have spring break next week, which I'm super stoked about, and the weather's supposed to heat back up to the 60s and the 50s, so that'll be nice and warm, even though it snowed yesterday. So these I love. The only problem with these are like with light colored shoes, they get dirty really easily, but I loved wearing these with like dresses or with my skinny jeans. The very last thing in my haul for that video was a phone case that I got. It was like an Ilago phone case that was really pretty looking, but my issue with it was it broke within like a month or two. I think it was maybe 2 months max that it lasted me, and then it broke, and I had to buy a new phone case, which also broke on me. So I finally have a phone case now that functions really well, and it's like holds up. It's a Spigen Tough Armor, I think is what it's called, and this one has lasted me for quite a while. This is the first one that's lasted me for more than just a couple of months. This one's pretty hardcore. So yeah, so there's that. That phone case was really cute, but it broke on me very, very quickly. So those are my thoughts on things that I bought in the past. This haul was kind of a bust. It wasn't a lot of really interesting stuff. It was a couple holy grails. Oh, I forgot something. I missed something. The one last thing that I missed was the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is a new one I have bought. I just bought a new one in that video, obviously, because it was a haul, and then this one I just mentioned in my most recent haul. I ran out of the one that I bought in that video. I went through my D-Slick, which I hated, and then I went back to this one, and this one is my holy grail one. So I bought this one recently, and I got it in a double pack because I found that it was cheaper if you bought it on the Urban Decay website. I think it was $39 for 2 of these rather than $28 for just one. So definitely check that out if you like the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I totally am in love with this. I use it all the time. It is my holy grail. So, all right, now I'm done. So ultimately, I found that I don't tend to reach for a lot of these products. Some of them I'm using up just because I have them, but none of them are like holy grail I will need to repurchase, except for the All Nighter Setting Spray and the Rocket Volume Express. So there's that. I plan on doing more of these videos. I don't do a lot of hauls, but I think it's really helpful to see people's thoughts on things that they bought after they've used them up for a while. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.